Hi, I'm Todd Heitkamp, the owner of Dakota Angler here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with this week's 2-minute fishing report. Well, folks, Mother Nature gave us a nice stretch of colder weather, and that definitely has helped ice conditions in most areas. But honestly, folks, there's still a lot of open water around due to the number of geese. Until these geese get out of here, we're still going to be dealing with some ice issues around the area. But some of those lakes have recently froze over, so now it's even more difficult to tell the good ice from the bad ice. So you really need to exercise caution out there. There's still some good ice out there, anywhere, and from, let's say, 4 to 8 inches of ice, depending on the lake that you're heading to. So again, safety equipment is always advised, but especially now. And again, ice picks, you're also talking spud bar, safety rope, you name it. And then also, don't go out at night, especially in a lake that you're not familiar with. All of those things really need to come into play at this point in time. As far as the fishing action is concerned, a lot of people hit the ice this past weekend. Some mixed results. Friday was much better than Saturday and Sunday. After the front came through, it kind of knocked everything down the way it sounded like. But as far as the walleye bite is concerned, Wabae, Bitter, Indian Springs, a few at Indian Springs, emphasize few. And then also Dry Lake by Clark, and then Roy Lake produced some walleyes, and then a lot of the smaller sloughs around the Webster area, and you know which ones I'm referring to. And then as far as down the southeastern part of the state, Poncet, Campbell, Dry Lake by White Lake, and then also East Oakwood, and then Nelson Slough produced a few walleyes as well. What have guys been using? Well, a lot of guys, after seeing the show this weekend, went out and tried the Lindy Glow Spoon. Great success with that. Other lake jigs include the Buckshot Rattle Spoon, the Venom 360, as well as the Rip and Rap from Rapala. And then as far as the perch bite is concerned, that was definitely impacted by the change in the weather conditions on Saturday and Sunday, but lakes included Pius, Fish, Long Lake, also Schaefer Slough, Poncet, Dry Lake by White Lake, and then also Diamond and Nelson Slough. And then the crappie, again, that has continued for a while, Schaefer Slough, and a lot of people were out there. So again, you need to give that a little bit of a break. And then also Poncet as well as pickerel. And what have they been using? Mainly a lot of live bait. Maggots and waxworms seem to be the most prevalent, work the best. And as far as jigs are concerned, tungsten jigs, Haley jigs, and then also the clam leech flutter spoon worked really well this past week. In this week's version of Todd's Tackle Tips, we're going to talk about the difference between a flasher and a camera. And obviously, it may seem to you like it's quite obvious what the difference is, but a lot of times people will ask me, Todd, I'm deciding between a flasher and a camera. Which one would you recommend? Well, it's not always that easy to answer, quite honestly. If you're just getting into ice fishing, I think the best thing that you can buy at that point in time is a flasher. You're going to be more efficient, more effective on the ice, and you're going to see that entire water column. So again, I think the flasher is going to be the first thing that I'm going to buy as far as electronics are concerned. And then as far as the camera is concerned, I think that's a great tool. I think all too often fishermen see that as a babysitter, something to entertain the kids. But we have all been around here long enough to realize that there are times that that camera will pay its worth in dividends as far as the light biting perch is concerned. Again, a lot of times you're sitting there watching that flasher, and you're sitting there jigging, all of a sudden the perch or whatever it is gone. And then if you have that camera, now you can actually see that fish's reaction to your presentation. Is it enticed by that presentation? Is it scared off? Or, better yet, does it inhale that bait and you can't feel it yet? Because once you see that fish inhale that bait on the camera, you set the hook, and now you have success. So again, I think the first thing that a person needs to have is a flasher. That will, like I said, make you more effective and more efficient. But also, to round things off, I think a camera is a great tool to have in your toolbox. So just don't think of it as a babysitter. Think of it as something that's going to add to your success the next time you go out on the ice. And now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And remember, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report, please send it to me. Send it to todd@dakotaangler.com or post it to our Facebook wall. And if I use your photo, your name will be entered into the monthly drawing for a $25 gift certificate. Folks, before we end this week's report, I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you that came out to the store for Customer Appreciation Weekend. We had a fantastic weekend. And so again, from my family, from myself, from my employees, to all of you, thank you for your continued support and loyalty. It is much appreciated by all of us. So again, thank you very much. And if you couldn't make it out this weekend, this past weekend, make sure you stop by the store. There's still plenty of great deals remaining, and we have plenty of great inventory on hand for your ice fishing needs. So make sure you stop on by, or give us a call, or check us out on the web at dakotaangler.com. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report. For Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on! We'll see you next time, and again, thanks for watching.